and welcome back to Still I Rise podcast, episode 7, my favourite and lucky number. My name is Orla McKeating. My pronouns are she, her. Getting kind of used to it now, and I have our first guest, number 1 guest of this season, is back. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Elliot, and I'm Orla's son.
Yeah. And my roommate and my flatmate. And I feel way more relaxed doing the podcast now. And you've kind of watched my editing, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, not my editing, my like creating the clips and stuff. And you've been quite helpful with all the post-production things. I kind of love the idea that at some point you're going to work for me and do all my clips and I'll pay you.
Right.
Is that a verbal contract? Like a volunteer type person?
Okay.
So last time we were on, we had Tommy on. He was our guest. It was incredible. So that was the one where you kind of sat beside me and watched me edit those clips.
Yeah.
When was the first time we met Tommy?
I think at the Marani Awards, like 2 years ago.
He's such a ledge, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he was saying like one of the clips, which I don't know if you were in the room for, was all about him saying about being a Black history figure in Belfast and in Ireland. Do you reckon he is? Do you reckon he's like, who are Irish Black figures, do you think, that we know of? Because we would know quite a few in the community in the south, don't we?
Don't really know. Like Tommy would definitely be one. Who else? Who
Well,
do you
Leon,
think?
Jop,
Yeah.
Jude, Copeland, I think.
What about Lorraine?
Yeah, Lolly Maher, she's amazing too. They all leave, that's the problem.
Yeah. So,
Adam
do you
Eda.
wanna? Who?
Adam Eda.
Who's Adam Eda? I know that name. Is he a comedian? Or
He's
a...
footballer.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Do you not know? Does he play for Ireland?
Yeah. Plays for Celtic as well.
Not my bag. He plays for Celtic as well. Where's he from?
Cork.
Is he Cork?
Yeah.
Very good. There you go, Elliot. Must look him up.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, and what's happened in the last 2 weeks, I have been so flat out with work stuff, delivering stuff, cycling. Started doing a 5k run, doing 5k a day in June. I'll drop a thing in it's really not class. People, because I run loads, people will be like, oh, do you want to do this or this? It's like, yeah, no bother, 5k a day in June, no problem. I'm day 6 in, and like, my legs are permanently sore. I know long term it's going to be amazing because like by the end, yesterday I was saying to Elliot, I want to do a sub 25, 5k.
But your PB like today was 5 minutes faster, but then you also got running shoes.
Got new running shoes, and yesterday it was 23, today it was 23:40. So I'm going to try and get sub 20.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You run like in a park or like streets?
So I run street and towpath.
Oh, class.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Class,
Like,
class.
but I avoided like the meadows. I'd usually run through the meadows, and it was 28, but it just went straight and then straight back again. And sure, no one's there in the morning. I run at 6.
Yeah.
So and then just loads of work stuff. What's been the crack with you, Al?
Nothing really much. Just school, exams.
Not
Nothing.
tidying your room.
Yeah. Nothing.
Right, we're
It
going to
is
play a
tidy.
game, aren't we?
Alright.
Okay, what's your game? Because you came up with a game for today.
Unpopular opinions.
Right, unpopular opinions. Go for it.
Do you want to
Look,
go
you can
first?
play too.
Okay.
Right, go on.
Air fryers are completely overrated. They're just not good.
Do you actually believe that?
Yeah.
Luke, what's your take?
Not as well.
I think they're
in the
overrated.
sense that like everyone thinks they're the best thing ever,
Yeah.
but they're just a wee bit. It's just a wee bit more handy.
I think they're not great.
Why not?
Just because they make the food all like soggy and like not crispy.
I love an air fryer, and ours is from 2020, but I want to go a step up and get like the Ninja one where you've got compartments and stuff.
Nah.
See, you wanted to get a proper, have you got a like chip fryer, like a proper old,
No.
you get them in Tesco for like 20 quid. We got one, and it's actually for making chips.
Yeah, you can't beat it. Like.
You actually can't beat it, but I do love an air fryer, and I love a slow cooker because I love having everything.
I love slow cooker.
He hates a slow cooker. So like slow cooker.
No, it
I love a
overcooks
slow
food
cooker
and it
curry.
makes it all grey and gross.
Oh, I love it so much.
So do you want to go?
Oh, yeah, unpopular opinion. dogs should not wear clothes. Like I just like
I seen a set. I was gonna say a pair, but it's not a pair. It's a whatever you would say for a four, like a set of dog gutties in TK Maxx.
dog gutties.
To an extent, like they shouldn't be wearing full outfits, but like a little coat.
Like
Like
the wee tiny
maybe.
ones. Yeah, like we used to have a dog and we would like put like a wee hairband on her at Christmas and stuff. But like if dogs could talk, would dogs not just be like, take these shoes off me?
Yeah.
Like I was working at a market last week and I saw dogs in wetsuits. So do you know like they're these like they're these amazing like
They've got
big
built-in wetsuit, like-
yeah, and you know exactly they're waterproof. They're dogs, but do you know whenever you see like if dogs had were humans, it'd be like this big, like handsome, like man, like just looked amazing. But they had the wetsuits on, and they just looked like really skinny, like moving around like this. And I was like, and I know this is controversial because some people are like dog parents or like put their dogs in buggies.
Yeah, why do you put a dog in a pram? Like it can walk itself.
I think there are some dogs that can't walk, but they like fresh air. I feel like this is new as well.
But like
we
a
were growing up-
pram, come on now.
When
Don't
we
put
were
it
growing
in a
up, you
pram.
would, like I don't know.
Guys, don't do this to your dogs.
Yeah.
Just
Could have been
leave them
sent
alone.
somewhere, like,
It's just I don't know, but like no judgment if you love dogs, but I am not a dog lover. Like I'm not mad about
Dogs
them.
are great, but just don't put them in a pram. Don't dress them up in wetsuits.
If anyone's listening, there might be a logical reason why you would put your dog. I think the pram thing is maybe because some dogs' legs are sore or something.
Yeah, but like in a blanket with a cover over and stuff. That's just
My sister's obsessed with dachshunds,
right.
and like she's
Dachshunds.
wanted to get dachshunds. Is that what they're called? And she's wanted to get one for literally years, and she like asked her landlord, and she was all ready to get it, had it chosen and all, and he was like, nah. She was so gutted. She was so gutted, wasn't she?
you should call it Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I love that. Kim Kardashian.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of, like, I love dogs and stuff, but I don't know. Personally, I don't have one. But if I was to get one, like, I don't know. I kind of don't like those sort of accessory dogs.
I feel like just get a small dog, like a small-ish dog.
See, I say that I'm not a fan, and like I just don't know what will happen. Whereas at some point in my life, I might be like, yeah, I'll get one. I just feel like it's so much work, and I like my life with the work. Like I have enough.
I really
Stuff.
want one.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Well, it'd be good.
Really,
Yeah.
not on board.
Have you got any more?
Unpopular opinions, like your go.
Oh. Put on the spot here, but I'll stick with the animal theme. Unpopular opinion is cats are good pets
I'm so with you.
because they're definitely not.
I am so with you. Why are they not though?
Because there's like they're just not involved. Like
They
speaking about
are
dogs,
good pets or they aren't.
They're the
Unpopular
Sorry.
opinion is they are a good pet, but actually they're not.
yes.
Cats, I think, are the only animal that will eat your face, your nose first.
Yeah,
If you
concur.
die in the house, your cat will literally eat you. Zero loyalty.
Yeah, and they just do their own thing and they just expect that and
Yeah.
they just look at you like
And then they just walk away one
Yeah.
day and don't come back.
Yeah. Like, imagine you were in a relationship with someone with that personality who just like expects everything, like is very hygienic, but just will, yeah, just
Have you
stare
seen
at
the videos of those cats talking?
you, talking human language. No, I haven't actually.
It's so funny.
oh is it like someone's overdubbed like a voice over it?
No, they've like actually like taught their cat to like
Oh,
speak
serious?
random words. Yeah.
What?
I like the Italian one that says buongiorno. It's very cute.
That's mad.
It is really cute.
See, I would love a parrot or something.
Oh,
But
parrots
I
are
couldn't
class.
deal with keeping one in a cage in a house. Like,
No, but you could let it go free.
Don't let
but
it go
then
free. It'll
it would
flip
go-
and trash
it would
the
lose.
house.
they'll just never come back.
I'd say
saying
parrots.
that, there's parrots in the waterworks.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is that where you live, North?
Yeah. It's
I never
so class. Like, it was about 2 years ago. I was walking through the park, and then just like heard the big "Wah," and then seen like a green, like a bright green like parrot with big massive wings just like flying past.
Are you sure it
What?
didn't escape from the zoo?
Well, I seen then two of them on that same
That's
day.
amazing.
And then I tried to look it up, and there was a few like articles and stuff about it, and people don't know where they actually came from. They've either escaped from someone's house, or they've escaped from the zoo. But whatever breed they are, they're like, the most like northern, like breeding species of parrot or whatever specific thing they are. So they can just like they're not obviously from this climate, but they can just live here and they can breed and whatever. So now there's loads of them. So when you go into the park, like on any day, you'll just see
That
like,
is amazing.
loads of them flying about.
That's so
Awesome.
cool, isn't it?
It's unreal.
Yeah, I feel like the waterworks is like a cultural movement, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
where else in a park in the middle of like a part of a small city would you find like they're exotic birds, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's so random.
And they're like, aside from them, there's literally like hundreds of swans
Hmm.
and geese.
Yeah, but it's swans. Do you remember we were in it one time and the swan like bit your mate's hand or something?
Big-
Swans are vicious.
Big time.
Swans, you would not mess with a swan.
I want to mess with this one just to see what happens.
I think like I don't know, you kind of leave them to it. Like there's loads where I run and like fine, you just kind of run on past. But see if they chase you, like this will sound random, but like I imagine swan have teeth,
They've got like wee
They've wee
razors.
tiny little.
Yeah.
razor blades.
Yeah.
That's it.
I've been trying to figure out a way to get one into the house, like.
Right. We'll bring one into work for you on your last day here. We'll bring it in, a swan. Nah, they're grim. Like so at the minute there's it's Pride Month. So I have a couple of Pride books. I've one Pride book actually, Bling Bling. It's great. Me and Jerry were talking about it. The big public fallout of Pride Month started like yesterday. You must know which one I'm talking about.
Nope.
Elon Musk and Donald Trump have
Oh,
fallen
right,
out
okay.
and broken up. And it's like wild. And it's literally unreal that this is actually happening, but it's just absolutely hilarious because like women are too emotional to lead, but then you have this guy and they're like, I don't know sometimes, are they doing this on purpose for PR?
Oh, I think all of it's on purpose.
Do you?
Every single part of it, yeah.
But also I think that Elon Musk is on drugs permanently.
Probably.
I mean,
Or he
So-
just hasn't got an update yet or something, like.
yeah, he hasn't got an update. Like he is definitely a bot, isn't he? Like he needs like an extra hard drive. But like, if you were randomly given like Donald Trump's job, like there was something random happening. It was like, here you go. You're the most powerful person in the world. What would you do? Elliot, this one's for you because I know you'll come out with something like either like crisp or pizza related or actually probably amazing.
I don't know. I just get all of the bad people out, like out of the politics.
Do you think politicians are bad?
Some.
Go on.
I don't know.
We can
Don't
cut
put
it
me
out.
in the spot with specific ones.
Yeah, fair enough. What like quite silly rule would you have? Like, are there any rules that exist that you're just a bit like, this is like you're a 12-year-old, right? There must be things where you're like, how can this be a thing that I have to do this? It can be a school rule or like a norm. Like in my head, a 12-year-old goes to bed before 10. That
Nah.
like,
Nah.
would you still want to go to
Not
school if you
before.
could make all the rules?
Yeah.
You like school, don't you?
It's fine. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if I made the rules, then like I just make like specific rules for me and my mates.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder how that would go down. Like what?
Don't know. Like we're allowed to take our phones out, like during like lunchtime and stuff.
Are there rules in school that you just don't agree with at all?
I mean, the phone policy, like, I get that you're not allowed to take them out in class, but at lunchtime and break time, just why aren't you? And why is it a straight detention? That's just a bit unfair.
Were you the school and phone era? Like, was there smartphones when you were in school?
Yes, but not until I was sort of like, say about 4th or 5th year, then like people actually had them. If you know what I mean, you would have like the odd person would have a phone. It'd be like, what? that's mad. He's got an iPhone.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But like, I think Blackberries were a big thing.
Do you remember? And like the wee keyboard and everything.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
there was like an online like messaging thing through BlackBerry. It was
Mm-hmm.
what was it called? I don't know. I never had one like, but everyone used to be flat out on that. But the only thing there was then was like Facebook.
And Bebo. Were you in the Bebo
Bebo,
generation?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
MySpace? I bet you were on MySpace.
No,
You weren't on MySpace?
no, I remember it. I remember people talking about it and having it, but I wasn't on it.
Because it was like out of your generation. Were you on the cusp? Or I can imagine
Probably.
you and Sean. Sean would be a MySpace celebrity, I think.
Probably, you would. I don't know. Maybe it was just a bit too young. Like,
Yeah, maybe.
do you know what I mean? Because then again, it wasn't as like accessible.
Yeah.
Like you'd have, if you wanted to go on something like that, you'd have to be like on the computer, and
Ah, yeah, you're right.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, like, see, in those days it was class. Well, it was so random, but also so class because, like, you had Bebo, and like the main thing about Bebo was like your relationship status.
Yeah.
Because like no one talked about that then, but now it's just kind of a given. But what I loved about it was you'd go out, you had your digital camera, so you'd go. So that at that time I was like in my 20s, so that was like the era of me just partying all the. Like you've seen some of the photos, like
It's crazy.
Flat out.
oh my god,
You
it was
had a
great.
mohawk.
I had like,
at some
yeah,
point.
the early noughties, like, yeah, mullet. But you'd go out on your night out and you'd take loads of photos in your digital camera and like even selfies and all with the camera. Then the next day or like when you got home that night or morning, you'd upload them straight away and then like have you ever done this? No?
Yeah.
You like upload them onto Facebook and like wait and wait and wait and then they're finally live and then you get to tag everyone and like do a wee comment for each of them.
And you'd have to like connect it to the computer with like a wee
remember
like cable, or
the
else
wee
take a wee
cable?
card out. No.
There was something amazing about those days because that was like the after, like whenever you were looking at them with your mates and like having like all the post-mortem
Yeah.
on the night out, and it was just amazing. And now I think, and I'm guilty of this as well, on nights out or like if you're out doing stuff, you do have your camera. Like I would never do a live, but I know like stuff that we go to, like sometimes I just am taking photos flat out. But to be fair, I'm way better online. Like I don't post everything at all anymore on Instagram. Like I'd be on my stories loads and see, because there's so many famines in the world at the minute, I feel a bit weak posting food. Isn't that so rare?
Yeah. It shouldn't be a thing. Like.
Yeah, exactly. So Ellie, you missed out on that era. Definitely.
Yeah. I guess so. But you know, I think it's this month. Tinder putting in a new update where women and men can filter out people based on their height, which I think is quite funny.
People are obsessed.
And on
aye.
their weight, you can filter them out as well.
I mean,
But is
It's
anyone
hilarious.
even putting up the right height and weight anyway?
I don't. I wouldn't even know my weight. I haven't weighed myself. Like when I was pregnant with you, they do weigh you, I think.
Right.
But I haven't weighed myself. Like I haven't owned scale since I lived with mum and dad.
Yes,
And
you
like
have. You weighed yourself like a year ago
where
in Granny and Granddad's house.
did I? What did I weigh? I wouldn't have a clue. 11 stone, 12 stone, 9
know.
stone.
I don't know.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh like 50 or like 40 something. I don't know.
Kilograms.
Kilograms. It would be,
Kilograms, yeah. No stone.
Like if someone, yeah, it's definitely not stone. If someone was like, "Oh, I weigh like 20, like stone. Do you want to go on a date?" I'd be like, I don't even know. Like I genuinely don't know. And
20
height.
stone is like proper, like you can't move obese.
Okay.
I
So
don't really know stone either. Like
do you know kilograms?
Because I'm like
pounds or kilograms
7
would be-
something stone, I think.
I wouldn't have a clue. I actually wouldn't have a clue. That is so flawed. Like someone's weight, because you could be. I think you could have a really heavy weight, but be like quite skinny. Like is big boned a thing, or is that like is big boned actually a thing?
Have you seen the, what's it called? An x-ray of a 300-pound man?
It's
Stand like that. It's just a tiny skeleton.
Yeah,
and then
so-
But
all
you
of
can't
the...
have like.
You can't
higher,
have big
bone
boobs,
density.
yeah, exactly. So you could be. I think that's so rubbish. And height, I do kind of get, because I do know people who just will not date someone shorter than them.
Like, what if you're a woman and you're like 5'10" and you meet a guy who's 4'11"? You're like looking down at him while you're dating.
Some people don't actually mind.
Well,
I
depends.
went through a not minding era. I think I would mind a bit now.
would you?
Although it depends on the difference.
A tall guy or a short guy?
Tall guy. I would prefer a tall guy, I think. Yeah.
I don't. Well, yeah.
So if I had full control of the world, I would just take down the whole system, every system, and have it rebuilt, because I just don't think that the world works at all.
Another unpopular opinion
Yeah, go on.
on this topic. Should extremely powerful politicians and people like that in higher powerful positions be paid a lot more?
Yeah.
Do you think they should?
I mean, it depends.
Because
Well,
there's less incentive for corruption. There's less incentive to make more money elsewhere. If, like, the Prime Minister is paid, like, an unthinkable amount of money, you'd have less people who are in it for the wrong reasons, wanting that job.
Like
Maybe.
on living wage, like 11 quid an hour.
No, if they were on, like, insane, like, money.
But they are on insane money,
But
are they
even
not?
more, like, something like...
Oh, that's
like,
so dangerous.
you know, because, you know, if you look at, like, say, somewhere like America, like, every single person in politics has, like, investments in all sorts of different industries, and their policies and their decisions are influencing those industries, you know, because they're... The only reason they're in that job in the first place is because they want that position to be able to shift things about.
And they pay less tax, don't they? Or do they just
Probably.
avoid it? Maybe they should just pay more tax so that goes back into communities, like here, back into the NHS, back into like housing, back into like... I think they should pay more tax. I think that like the more you get, because there's tax like avoiding. Well, not maybe avoidance actually. But then the tax systems too, like there's ways like tax relief things. So that's like all that systemic, like there's probably loads you can do, but you don't because you don't know
Yeah,
type thing.
definitely.
But there's definitely like that elite circle of they help each other out.
Yeah.
And if they don't, like Elon and Trump, they're now having this wee, and that could be distracting us from something completely different.
Of course it is.
Like, do you think when that happens, they're actually distracting us?
I think everything that you see that's put in front of you is put there for a reason. Like,
Oh, it's so scary. It's so scary.
you know, because you think about it, like, if you think back to, like, before, say, like, Google, or before, like, the internet, and you couldn't really go down your own ways of finding things out and doing your own research. So, like, the only thing that you knew was just what you were told, like, in terms of, like,
Do you remember?
like the global scale of things, like, you know.
Going down to the library to, like, we used to go to the library and look up an encyclopedia and all. That's wild, isn't it? I wonder if you scanned a brain from then and scanned one same age, same, like, demographic now, how different it would be.
it's a brain. It's not that.
No, but you can tell in a brain scan someone who's like more anxious, someone who's got more access to screens, their diet, like that affects your brain.
Big time, yeah.
But can you see it? Like,
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah.
There's a guy who does brain scans for a living. He does like, his name's Dr. Eamon, and he like he could scan my brain now and be like, you have ADHD or you're healthy or you, yeah, it's amazing.
But is that a hoax?
No, it actually isn't. Like, I don't think so. I think he's very knowledgeable, very respected, and he can like prove it. So like you could scan a brain that maybe like scanning my brain whenever I was uploading photos onto Bebo, it would have been I drank a lot more then, I smoked then, like my brain would have been completely different and I never did exercise. Whereas now I'm a good eater, I'm active, I like use my brain healthily. I'd be very surprised if I don't have a good brain. Because brain health. Touch wood. Why are you laughing? I think my brain would be really healthy. I think my heart's healthy. Sure, didn't I do that test, that medical, where it was like 0.01% of having a stroke
Oh, serious?
or a heart attack? Yeah. I did feel like medical MOT. Will it be ripping? Look, I'm so healthy.
Yeah.
Like my only down thing is I love having like tonight I'll have a glass of Prosecco. Maybe two. Last week I went for drinks. So I think alcohol. But then, like I was saying to someone, like that is our social life, even whenever you are older. Like, say if you want to go out at night in Belfast,
Yeah.
there you have to go to a pub.
Oh yeah.
Like there isn't even coffee shop, which is nuts because before there was coffee shops open.
Yeah.
Like our coffee shop used to open. There's a new thing on Instagram though called sober social, I think.
Right.
And it's basically meetups for like from 16 to 61 or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's no age limit.
Yeah.
And you go, there's one tomorrow actually, or over the weekend. I think it's a hike in Cave Hill.
Class.
Sounds amazing because like people just don't.
Yeah, but see, especially in the evening, like I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing. I know it sounds so like typical. There's nothing to do, but like honestly, like you're right. If you want to go out in Belfast and do something after like, well, all shops are closed at like 5 or 6 anyway.
Right.
So if you want to do anything,
You could go to
that's, like,
Boucher maybe.
maybe. But you know, like
That's it.
there's no like communal sort of like areas and stuff, and that's partly to do with our like climate and stuff. Like if you go to other places and maybe Europe, there's a lot more of like an outdoor, like people sitting about the place, and like the
That's
the
so
city
true,
planning
actually.
is like a lot more designed around like communal spaces and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas here, there's like it's just like very random.
Isn't it? And like I wonder our drinking culture here. So when I lived in Belgium, you would see kids sitting in bars at like midnight because people don't necessarily go to bars to get drunk.
Yeah.
Like in Paris and all,
Yeah,
you'd
yeah,
go
yeah.
and have your dinner, you'd have wine, you'd maybe sit on. Like there's no, I'm sure people obviously do get drunk, but the culture's completely different. Whereas here it's like the assumption that if you're in a bar, you're going to get wasted. Kids aren't allowed in, like you're not allowed to do. And
Yeah, I think that's to do with like the license times as well.
aye,
If you think like if somewhere's closing at midnight and you're getting there at 9, 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock, people are going.
Yeah,
well,
that's
I might as
right.
well drink as much as I can here before it closes.
yeah, no,
know?
exactly that. Like I think if we had lived in Belgium, Elliot, it would just be completely like this time of year, warm. Like we would finish here, probably go get food, even grabbing a takeaway food and sitting outside in a cafe. It's so much more chilled, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd
Whereabouts
love
in
that, wouldn't you?
Belgium did you live?
Brussels.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, I was in
Class.
Brussels for 10 years. It was unreal. And like, see in Brussels as well, like my friend would come over from London. He'd get the Eurostar over loads of weekends. And so I'd meet him at like, he'd work Monday to Friday. Then he'd come over. I'd meet him off the Eurostar. We'd like go for a couple of drinks, like chill, go for like a dinner at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And literally a dinner, like a bistro dinner.
For long sit down dinner, like.
And you'd go in and it wasn't people completely wasted. It was just people who happened to just want to have dinner. And because there's so many different cultures and stuff there, like we used to go to this Spanish bar, right? And it was funded by the Spanish government.
Right.
So it was so cheap and it was like Spanish measures, like,
Yeah,
it was like big measures. The only thing about it is it was like a tapas bar, so packed. Like it was like being in like rural Spain. It was Spanish music, Spanish talking, like packed, sweaty, so warm, really stank of food. So like we used to go to this amazing club called Dirty Dancing and you go at like maybe 12 or 1, but we'd go there. But every time you went there, you would go in like to the club smelling like we weren't even eating.
Yeah.
But you were paying like €3 for like a big like vodka, whatever.
And you were getting a wee plate with it, probably.
Yeah, exactly. And that was it. And it was just so like you could go anywhere and it was genuinely like being in Greece or being in Spain or like being in Morocco.
And then plus, like, when you're there, like, you've literally, like, access to any sort of European city within, like, 3 or 4 hours on a train, like.
Sure, you've talked about me accidentally staying in the train one night and falling asleep and waking up in Holland. Like, it was great.
I love that about Europe, though. Like, it's
Europe's so good,
I
isn't
love
it?
it so much, like.
And a different mindset. Like, I think minds are more open because it is the norm. Like the stereotypes that we would have maybe about Spanish culture or about like different cultures, whenever you're actually living that and like you understand it, there's less assumptions.
That's it, because then there's, like, a lot more, like, traffic of people coming back and forward from places because, like, I know we're so close, but, like, the fact that the sea is in the way does make a big difference, like.
But it makes us a bit more awesome. Like there's something about genuinely, there's something about Irish culture that is unreal. We were talking on the way up about Irish street names, weren't we? Because your Elliot's learning Irish. Do you speak Irish, like?
Not really, no.
Do you understand it?
A bit.
Is Sean fluent? No.
Yeah.
Because we were like driving up and we're just looking about and then we're noticing the street names. Because you're Irish. Just be careful of the touching the microphone. I think you can take it out, but you'll hear that one. Yeah. You could recognise bits and pieces. What's your Duolingo streak?
Like, I think it's like 60 days or something.
He's fluent, like he's bilingual now. But it's so random that like I do think all the names are going to be, all the street names will be turned
Hopefully.
Irish. Maybe not in certain areas. What do you reckon?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Not in the Shankill, like ever.
Yeah, probably not in certain areas where
Not
they're
in
not
Sandy
really.
Road.
Even though Shankill is an anglicised version of an Irish word.
Is it? What's the Irish word of?
I think it's something to do. It might be literally like Big Hill, not big.
Oh,
hill, but
really?
it's something like that.
That's so interesting.
I'll actually look it up because I might be talking
Yeah, look it up.
nonsense.
And then I was talking to someone as well about wakes, which we were talking about. Was it me and you talking about wakes recently?
People love wakes, like.
I
Weeks.
love a wake. So just be careful with it. Can you hear that? You can probably cut this out, but can you hear Elliot? Can you feel him touching that? I would just not touch it just in case. Is it? So a wake is basically
Oh, didn't you say something about
Sorry, it means old church. 'Cause
Old
there's a
Church,
at the top of
Shankill.
the road. That's where I was getting mixed up. Yeah. It
And
means
it's
Old Church.
it's the one at the top of the, like near here, isn't it?
I think it must be,
Aye.
or at least there used to be one there, because there's a really, really, really old graveyard.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because isn't there like, weren't you saying that my great granddad was like at your granny's wake?
You don't know if I can say this publicly. We'll cut it out. But yeah, you can say it. Go on. But do you remember so awake apparently, and like you maybe have heard something like this, but I heard on a tour in the south that awake was called the wake because
Woke up, like.
well, because some people got so wasted and so drunk, like it is a realistic part of Irish culture, but not the only thing we should be famous for. People would get so drunk that like very often they'd die, and then they'd be on the table, everyone's coming around eating their sandwiches, paying their respects, and they'd just waking up and they just were so drunk that they fell asleep. So there was a thing where they had a bell, so they'd be buried with a bell in case they were.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That's creepy. I saw things in like America, people kept dying and they didn't know, and then whenever they dug up their graves and opened the coffin, there's scratch marks on the inside of them trying to get
I've also
out.
seen ones where they've had like a cage like over the top of the grave in case the person was like a vampire or something, and they weren't able to get out and stuff.
But here, do you know, I heard, and this could be true as well, that there's a wall underground in Milltown.
Aye.
Is that true?
No, City Cemetery.
City Cemetery.
Yeah, apparently.
Is that
I
true?
don't know.
What do
So-
you mean a
I've
wall?
heard that for years.
Like to
between,
separate Catholics and Protestants?
Yeah.
A
Like a
wall?
wall, like
Because that was like the original
people,
like graveyard that was made by the city for the whole city.
that
So
would be
whenever
the,
people.
Oh, so they put a wall in the middle.
There's
so
it's
the
a
spirits
rumour, like,
wouldn't like.
It's a rumor.
But can you see
Do you want
it?
to Google it and see?
Yeah. I'll find it.
So that was the original wake, I think. But awake now, why I love awake, which is why we started this conversation, is because A, you get to catch up with all your mates. B, you get to like celebrate. I don't understand why you wouldn't celebrate someone's life while they're alive. Suppose you do in birthdays, but like, how many people do you just be like, do you know what? Let's have a party for you and let's celebrate how amazing you are. And let's imagine sitting there when everyone you know is just sitting around you being like, Jock, I remember they did this. Go on.
Yep. There's a
It's
wall.
true. There's a wall. This is amazing.
It was built in the Victorian times.
It's still there. I mean, this is what fascinates me about death.
Wonder if
kinda
there's any
funny.
graffiti on it.
Huh? Aye, there probably is like murals and a cap and all underground. like all of those superstitions, have we grown out of superstitions even? Like that people would, I mean, who cares if people fight when it, like what was the point? Was it to keep spirits apart? That's what
It
I
was literally
think.
just to separate Catholic and Protestant graves. That's how much they didn't want them to mix. Like,
We should go up and have a wee dig.
You
By
can't
the
dig
way,
out
this is-
graves.
this is Victorian time, so way before troubles. Like,
Isn't that so wild?
it's mental.
Yeah.
Were Protestants even here in Victorian times? Were
I
they?
think Protestants were always here. Sean, you've come in at the right time. Um,
Yes, they were, because at that point, Ireland, the whole of Ireland, was under like British rule,
All of it?
all of it,
I don't know enough Irish history for that.
until like 1921.
21.
Yeah, so I just love a funeral, but I do think that people become quite unhinged at funerals, which is why we don't have alcohol in our family ones.
I don't know. It's kind of nice, like.
I love a funeral. I
And, like,
just
the
love a
wake's
funeral.
always like, not the same thing, but it's always a bit of crack, and it's like, you see people you haven't seen in years, and all. Like was it like last summer, at my granny's wake. My sort of like distant cousins, like second cousins or whatever, were coming round to the wake, but so they came in and went in, sat down, got sandwiches, cup of tea, and all the rest of it.
I love a wake sandwich. It's always great.
Oh, aye, sausage rolls, like. You know?
Yes. It's like Christmas.
But they were there about an hour before they realised that they were actually in a different wake in the same street.
Like, that's it. Like, Irish people love wakes.
But they were, brought in. Oh, come on in.
But
and all.
did you know them? Like, they didn't realise that they were actually related to...
No, they were wanting to go to my granny's wake, and they
Right.
went to. There happened to be another wake in the same street,
Oh my God, that's amazing.
and they obviously seen people outside and seen like the thing on the door and stuff, and went, oh, because they hadn't been there in years, and they obviously just like got the house mixed up.
That's
and there
so
just
funny.
happened to be a wake in that house too.
You could easily crash a wake, like,
Oh,
no
easily, like,
bother. Like, if
yeah.
you were skint and you wanted, like, free drink or free
Yeah.
sandwiches or something,
Feel
you could
alright.
100%.
And you can sit there
Um,
all night, like.
Oh, aye, and probably have the best night ever because, like, people forget all their, like, stress, or I feel like in a wake or a funeral, you're just there because you're realising, like, how important life is.
Yeah.
It sounds so floaty, but
Yeah.
God, I don't really want anyone to die, though. I'm sitting talking about how
I know.
amazing wakes are, but, like,
They wouldn't be
Um,
that good. They wouldn't be that good.
I don't know. But here, right, another question, another talking point. What do you call ice cream in a bowl of Coke?
Smoky.
There you go. Sean?
Smoky.
I thought, or a float. I thought it was a Knickerbocker Glory.
No, and
No, see, in my head, a Knickerbocker Glory is
it's
like
sauce and then soft serve
Yeah.
and then like a flake or like toppings.
In a bowl?
Yeah, no, not
No,
in a cup.
no, in a cup.
Right.
Because like in all of the ice cream vans, you can get like any flavor, and they put like sauce and then soft serve and then just like any toppings.
Oh, so was your original question in a bowl?
Well,
No, it's
anything
in like a
Because you would get it in like a glass.
just because we used to
Yeah.
get it in Blakers. Do you remember Blakers?
Where?
Blakers? Opposite the bot, like beside the egg.
No.
So it was like where you would go, but it was like kids' heaven. Like there was a train track going all around, and like if it was your birthday, like it was just a big deal. And I thought it was Knickerbocker Glories, but that's where you must have got
Smokies.
Smokies. There you go, not smokes, schmecks. I'm thinking of, but because we were having that conversation as well, and then with Neil, the centre manager, and then he was like, "That's how you can tell someone's Catholic or Protestant, what they call it." But I don't know what the Protestant version of that would
is it a
be.
float.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is there even a Catholic? Is that segregated too?
I don't know. It might be one of the few things that unites us.
It could be ice cream floats or smokes. That's so funny.
Smokies.
Smokies. I don't think I've heard of that though.
No. So my sister used to make them for me all
Did
the
she?
time on like a warm day. So you used to get like one scoop of ice cream, and she used to have like these like tall glasses that she would put them into. So like 1 scoop of ice cream, and then like filled halfway up with like 7-Up or Sprite, a bit of fresh cream, and then a flake put into it. Oh, so
Are they still a
nice.
thing?
I think so. Yeah,
Kids get them?
if you go to like
They're-
a dessert shop. You can
There
get
you go. I love, like, just talking about that, I love, like, blending, like, soft serve with espresso, with chocolate, like, proper. That would be my smoky.
That's Luke territory there.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I just love anything with, like, strong flavors, like
I love
dark
espresso.
chocolate, etc.
I've got a would you rather.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Soft serve or hard ice cream?
Soft serve.
Hard ice cream, I think.
Depends on the context. Like,
Yeah, where are we? Like,
Like,
set the scene.
so, like, you're at an ice cream shop.
Right.
And there's like an ice cream van outside. Which one will you get?
Yeah, there you go. Then, so an ice cream van versus an ice cream shop with, like, proper.
What you scoop it out?
oh yeah.
That's a tough one, actually.
I'm hard ice cream like gelato. That's
Yeah, it's because like
Yes.
especially like
here.
salted caramel. It's like chewy. It's
I
so
agree.
good.
Do you know what? It's making me crave ice cream, even though I'm, like, intolerant.
But if we're in Carningford on a sunny day, we're getting soft serve. Like,
100%, like a Mr.
Yes,
Rippy.
a wee
Yeah,
poke.
yeah,
Yeah,
If,
wee
if,
poke.
If a poke fan turns up, you're getting a poke. Like
I saw this online and I just think someone needs to turn this into a business. Like a poke van, but a margarita van.
yeah.
So you have like someone who is just like Mexican, obviously, so there's no appropriation. But like coconut margs, like spicy margs, and they just go around, drive around. Kids can do whatever, bring them over to us, and you just sit with your margs.
yeah.
great.
Or chippy vans should just go around the place.
Oh my god.
Like pull up in the street and be like, "What do you want? Curry chip,
Cheesy
I don't know.
chip. Hell yeah.
Do you remember during COVID you could get like pints delivered?
Do you remember? Here in hindsight was not so weird.
That is weird.
I got pints
It
delivered
was
on
so
my
weird.
birthday, like,
Did you?
Yeah.
And it was the best thing ever because it was
Yeah,
like,
it was the first time anyone had a pint in like 2 years or something like.
No, hardly. The only clothes for about 2
No,
3
I'm saying it
months.
was like it.
yeah, exactly. And like I remember someone in Malone Park like had like rented. Could you rent a pub or something? Was there a lorry that was a pub or like? Yeah,
Yeah,
Only someone in Malone Park would. do that.
exactly. Where they like rent
Everyone
the
in
whole
Malone
pub,
Park
but
is,
like.
millionaires.
Yeah, definitely. But like I know whenever we're older and we're telling like grandkids or like younger people like, oh, I remember I used to get a pint delivered, they'd be like, what? Like people
But it's not that bad.
it's very right. Surely it was flat by the time you got it. I don't drink pints like.
the Guinness. Like I think it was.
They had a keg in the back of a van with a
Oh,
pint.
is that what they did?
So they just showed up outside your house, opened the back of the van, and poured you a pint.
They like businesses shifted so well,
Big time.
didn't they? Like,
Yeah,
like, and getting your Sunday roast in a box or something.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what's funny too? Like not last week, week before I was in Dublin, and I was sitting in a wee like old man bar to watch the match, and there was literally like 3 other lads in it. And they were all just like watching the horses and stuff.
I
And
love
the
those
Pokemon pulled up, and they all went out and got a poke and came back.
Stop! That is the most wholesome thing ever. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's amazing. Was it in Dublin?
Yeah.
It's not
Ice cream
class.
Just disintegrates toxic masculinity. doesn't
Totally,
it?
100%. Like your age doesn't matter whenever the Pokemon goes past. That's so funny. And do you remember the ice cream? No, the lemonade, the main man.
Oh yeah.
And, like,
still
you'd-
gets it, don't you?
I still get it.
Do you?
Yeah.
You get that delivered.
every Thursday.
But here is it. Do you know the way main drinks are now like trendy? So like in a hipster bar, you'll pay like a $5 for it. But is it still a quid or whatever in your
Now the price went up. It's now $1.15
$1.15? Elliot, we need to put an order in with Sean for the next one.
per bottle. So I get 2 bottles a week. So it's $2.30 a week.
And then do they come with their wee notebook and like give you a receipt, the wee blue thing
He
underneath?
doesn't even like. He just drops it off. He
just
barely ever like collects the money. Either. Like
I
have
love-
no idea what my balance is. But
And what flavours do you get? Because there was like
Of what?
main, it's kind of like Doritos for, like I reckon Doritos would be about 50p in Mexico. That would be the nearest thing here. But it's fancy like blue lemonade, like pineapple and
Yeah, I get raspberry and pineapple.
oh, yes,
Both
and
but the dad ones.
aye, because you don't want to rot your teeth, do you? As if the diet.
So sugary. Like.
Exactly.
A place called Pizza Works on the Antrim Road. It's
Yes.
really good, really good pizza. Like, but they also have like, if you get like one of the meals, you get a bottle of main lemonade with it. Like.
They do like iron brew and raspberry and stuff as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Like it's pure sugar.
Sarsaparilla and Attaboy.
Yeah, there you go. But it's so bad for you. Like it's so bad for you.
Yeah.
I think you would
You
actually
can
love
feel
it.
your teeth disintegrate when you drink it. Like.
Yeah, 100%. And you hit like a high, like it's like drugs. And then your sugar low. That's so funny. And do you remember you would go back? So if you brought like, was it the bottle or the lid back to the shop, you got 10p?
Yeah, but my guy just like picks up all the empties every week.
Was it main? So that's probably why it's 115.
Yeah,
Because like you're literally
I'm
just
getting
getting.
it back.
And like, where is the main factory? I feel like the main drinks factory must be on some castle or something.
Like in Tato.
Like in Tato, where Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where like no one's ever been in or out.
We
No
need to
one.
have like a main park,
We need to have a main park, don't we?
like main roller coaster.
Yeah, exactly.
And Tato Park isn't even a thing anymore.
It's not. Sure, it's not.
Ballymoney.
Ballymoney.
Yeah.
Ballymoney. I would have expected somewhere more magical than Ballymoney.
Money.
Like it's meant to be like a big fairy tale of drinks. Oh God, here. That's not good. Well, fair play. I was going to say something about Maine or yes, Tato, north or south.
Sorry.
No,
I have to
northern
go
tail.
north. I have to go north. Northern ready salted. What's your flavour to go to?
Spring onion.
Cheese and that spring onion.
I like a wee spring onion.
I like all
Or
of them,
prawn
like,
cocktail.
Yeah.
Prawn I don't like prawns, but I love Tato prawn cocktail
Same.
because like the actual
a tiny-
crisp.
pure
Oh,
toxic.
and it's pure toxic. Yeah, it looks like Tito's. Elliot flavour.
I don't really know. Like, I haven't had them in ages.
Tato. It's making me want Tato.
Tato.
What's your favourite brand of crisps?
Not sure. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
The centre near us do an amazing crisp, and
It's not just the Centra that do it. It's McDonald's or something.
no, it's not McDonald's. They're definitely no. It's O'Donnell's. No,
No,
it's
it's,
like-
it's something along those lines.
Yeah, they
but
are.
it's-
It's O'Donnell's.
they're meant to be bougie ones.
Yeah, they're bougie crisps. But Tato also have like a bougie range.
You do.
And
Yeah.
nothing beats that. See, like the bougie crisps,
Like Hunky Dory's or something.
No, way more
no.
bougie.
Yeah.
like the
Like little-
Parmesan crisps, and they're like
Yeah.
see when you get
Oh,
like the
yeah, I
like
know what you're
they're
talking
just
about.
like the salted or this they call it sea salt,
Corny sea salt. And
Cornish sea
Aye,
salt
but it's just
crisp.
ready salted. Like
Ah, fuck,
Yeah.
they're great.
they're unreal. So the O'Donnell's ones I love. Also, I love. Is it beef and I think it's the same brand.
Is it?
O'Donnell's or steak and Guinness or something.
curious.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what
Do
do you
them
call it?
downstairs.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
They make your breath smell so bad though.
Yeah, they do. But I think ready salted crisps, ready salted lays. Like, I mean, can't beat them.
Lies.
Yeah, they're the Spanish version. I don't know why
not,
they taste
Not
it.
just the Span. They're the American.
Is Lays American as well?
Yeah. No, it's all around the world. It's only in
Were
the
we the only country who didn't get Lays?
yeah.
Walkers instead.
We have Walkers. All of the
Oh, right.
Americans are like, what is Walkers?
I went through a phase of cheese popcorn because it was like
And
from Lidl.
cheese and onion popcorn.
And
Why?
then, like-
Just why?
That's no, that's
Well, it's meant to be like the healthy version,
Just
isn't it? So, like,
why?
if you had a big
Cheese
thing,
and onion popcorn, just get salted popcorn. Like, that's healthy.
I know that now. I learnt my lesson, but like, it was kind of like, oh yeah, savoury, like little deluxe. I'll make a wee bowl. Of, like, it just was not like it did not. It
Not the same
it
thing.
didn't hit. No, at all. At all.
Yeah. The
Do an
rip-offs
episode in
and
the Potato Factory.
Huh?
We should do an episode in the Potato Factory.
Yeah, we should actually.
Have you ever done a trip at the Tato Factory, Elliot?
It's not even the Tato Factory anymore.
it is.
I thought it was Emerald Park.
Oh
No,
no,
that's
that's
the
the
park.
theme park.
But there's a
The,
factory.
there's
Oh,
a
an actual
It's
factory?
in a castle, yeah.
but
It
then
says it in every packet.
Yeah.
Like, he's
I thought it was.
in the window of a castle on the actual packet.
They say it's a castle. It's not. It's just.
Yeah.
It's like a wee building in Ballymoney.
Yeah, probably.
Literally, I can't remember where it is.
I think
It's in Armagh,
Dublin.
is
It's
it?
called like Tato Castle.
Dunmurray.
No, it's further.
I think it's Armagh because there was a Tato Park in the north in Armagh, Tandragee, bet you it is. And there was a southern one.
Tandragee.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, it actually says Tandragee Castle. But I remember going to it. It didn't look like a castle.
What did it look like?
Just a factory.
Like Moy Park?
It looked like when I used to work in the Royal Mail warehouse. Like,
That's so
It was quite dingy
disappointing.
too. Like,
Was
it
it?
was our like first year geography trip.
Did you get crisps?
Oh, yeah.
Did you get
You
free
did?
crisps?
Oh, aye.
Loads of free crisps?
great, like yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to try the crisps when they were just out of the fryer.
Oh, stop.
No
Before they were baked, so like
no seasoning on them, so they were just like straight out of the fryer. They're still warm,
Like chips.
basically. Yeah. Unreal.
Oh, this
know why they
episode's
don't just
making me
sell
so
them, like-
hungry.
And in Tato Park, they used to give you a free packet of crisps whenever you walked in.
I wonder why Tato Park got sold to
Because-
Emerald Park.
No, I think it's the same ish, but like they added like
A
new
different donor,
section,
I think. Did America buy it over or something?
and they added Tiernan Oak.
Oh, did they? That roller coaster?
No, it's
Um,
the actual section of the park. It's a full section.
No, I couldn't do. Like, it's like us going
Tiernan
to...
Oak, the land of the young.
I know that, but like going to any amusement park's not my bag at all. It would be a complete waste of time. Like Disneyland, not for me. Like, what's the blue? No, what do you call the Six Flags?
Six
Went
Flags.
once. Went on what I thought was a slow roller coaster, but it was the one that is slow, but it's also rickety, and it was awful. Like, I'd go to Disneyland if someone bought me it because you're meant to feel amazing. Disneyland Marathon, that's what I'd do, because you basically can go on roller coasters, so it doesn't even feel like you stop for selfies, people stop for beers and all.
Disneyland tickets are like a joke. You only get like a couple of rides.
Yeah,
Like you only get a limited amount of rides.
but I think like it's more the experience. Apparently, maybe we'll go sometime. Right, so we'll wrap it up because we're nearly at our limit. Have you a book of the week this week, Ellie? I realised like when I started this podcast, like books, it was meant to end on your favourite book, and nothing's happened since the first one. So
Nope, not really.
TV series of the week, thought of the week, anything you want to share? Any accountability?
No.
No. All right, Elliot has nothing to say. My book of the week is, have you a book or anything to share, Sean? Or like, Sean and Luke are on billboards,
there we are.
by the way, and it's unreal. We passed it on the way down. It makes me smile because you two just look, especially Luke, I was saying to you, like the best. And the one that I always pass has 3 Union Jacks right above it. It's just Go Succeed has
That's how we
just
want it.
exactly. It's just brought this country together, and I think that's why you look so happy in that one.
Yeah.
Especially, it's so funny.
Wasn't, what do you call him, Neil in a Go Succeed, or is that a different one?
Neil Allen,
No.
Oh, Neil Carey? he was on like some insurance thing or something, I think.
Oh.
Neil from Blue Lights, you know Neil, who does the panto.
Yes. Yeah. What's Neil's panto game character?
Did you go and see it? The one in
No, I didn't.
oh,
but I
it's
remember
so
talking to him about it.
good.
It's, what do you call it?
Something about like
It's
Furry.
Ferry Up Liquid. No, it's like,
It's like furry up liquid, but it's a pun.
yeah, it is.
yeah, it's like,
It might just be furry up liquid.
I think it is.
no,
something
I
like
think
that.
it's like Ferry Up Liquid Godmother or something.
Queen or Fairy Up Godmother or something. Yeah, washing up Godmother.
But like the actual like wig has like bubbles and like a bottle on the top.
legend. He got me out. The first time we went to see it, I had the same trousers as the Ugly Sisters, and it was amazing. I still love them. I think I've worn them in this. And then the last one, he got me up, which I also loved for the dancing. Do you remember?
Well,
He's a wee lad.
yeah, and then you said that you lived in BT9 and everyone booed.
Yeah, because it was in West. It was great. My book of the week, I've hardly been reading at all. Veiled Threat, really, really good book. I'll put a link in it. It's all about being a Muslim in Britain, and it's Eid. So with that, Eid Mubarak to those who celebrate. And thanks, Sean. Thanks, Luke, for keeping the convo going. Thanks, Elle, for coming back.
You're welcome.
And anytime, Elliot. You're always welcome. And if you liked it, please leave a review, ring the bell, subscribe, like, share, and tag on Instagram. And thank you so much. See you next time.